So dear friends, moving on to the next experiment in Design Engineering Laboratory 2. That's experiment number 8, adhesive bonded joints. The aim of the experiment is to do the FEE modeling and analysis of adhesive bonded joints using ANSYS lab. So in this application I have taken the two plates which is of same material and adhesive material is different. So I have considered this top and bottom plate as mild steel material and the adhesive material is made up of the glass epoxy. So coming to the boundary condition and loading condition, as it is subjected to the tensile load, so one side of the plate is constrained and top half of the plate will be constrained in all degrees of freedom, and the bottom of the plate is also constrained in all degrees of freedom, where the other side of the plate is subject to the tensile load. So this problem has to be modeled by using ANSYS, and the analysis has to be carried out for this problem. To carry out the analysis, let's go to the ANSYS software. In this, the first step is you have to go for the preferences. Structural analysis we are doing. Okay. Preprocessor. In the preprocessor, first we need to define element type. Add the element data. Add, go for solid. Quad 4 node 42. Okay. In the option you have to select element behavior K3, plane stress with thickness. Okay, close. So element type has been created and you need to go for real constant to give the thickness, add bar edit, add, okay, give the element thickness as 1 mm. Okay. Next, the material properties, go for the material models. The top and bottom material is made up of mild steel, which is structural, linear, elastic, isotropic, and the properties of that will be 2 e to the power of 5, and the Poisson's ratio is 0.3. And we need to give that non-linear property of that mild steel, the non-linear, inelastic behavior, rate independent, isotropic hardening plasticity. In that we need to go for Mises plasticity, the bilinear behavior, then the yield stress of the material is 350 MPa or 350 Newton per mm square. Copy the same material for material number 2. The material number 2, so instead of the elastic we need to go for isotropic, it has been orthotropic, and that we need to give EY as 5 E3, and EZ, the Young's modulus along z direction is also 5 e to the power of 3, is 5 10 to the power of 3, Poisson's ratio is 0.3 along xy, yz is also 0.3, and along z direction is also 0.3. Shear modulus along xy is 4 e to the power of 3, and along yz and xz plane is 2 e to the power of 3, and 2 e to the power of 3. Okay. The material properties, real constants and element type, so all the data are given. Next we need to create the modeling. To create the modeling, go for create, we need to create the areas, go for areas. So rectangle by 2 corners. The first one, the coordinates of x will be at coordinate 0 and y is 0. And the first area, the top plate, rectangular plate width is 150 mm and the height will be 5 mm. Apply. This is the dimension, the width is 150 mm and the depth is 5 mm. Again I need to create the model one more area. So that is bonded material. The coordinate of that starting point will be 100 and y is at 0, and width of that bonding material is 50 mm and depth it is in negative y direction, that is -5. Apply. Start from 100 and ends at 150 and depth is -5 mm. And we need to create one more plate which is same dimension of this. Start from here. So that is x is 100, y is -5, width is 150 and height is -5. apply. So we have top and bottom plate. So in between these two, the bonding material has been filled. So next we need to make this as a single material. For that we need to go for operate, booleans, blue, areas, pick all the areas. So it has been glued over here. So initially it will be 3 areas. So there will be gap between these areas. In order to make this as a single area, we need to apply the operation like glue. Next we need to go for the meshing. The meshing, first we need to select the mesh attributes to assign the top and bottom as for the material number 1 and for this as the material number 2, which we already defined in the material properties. So picked areas, pick top and bottom. So unselect this. So you need to select top and bottom. Bottom. Okay. Assign this to material number 1. Apply. Select the bonding material and define it as a material number 2. Okay. Then we need to mesh it. Go to the mesh tool. Give it as a smart size. Click the smart size and give a fine mesh of 4 mesh. Pick all. The fine mesh has been created. Next we need to apply the constraints and also we need to apply the loading on this. So for loads, define loads, apply structural displacement on lines. Select this one and this. Sorry, you need to unselect this. Select the and also give that. Okay, fix it in all degrees of freedom. I have selected this line and fix it in all degrees of freedom. Then I need to apply the pressure on this side. Apply the pressure on lines. Select this line. Okay, and give the pressure value of -5 so that it is subjected to the tensile load. Go for solution. Unselect this unabridged menu so that it will become abridged menu. If you go for analysis type, new analysis is static, solution controls, time at the end of load step is 1 and number of substeps is required the maximum to 50 substeps. The next step, we need to go for load steps, the output controls. So go for solution printout. In this, give that solution for every substep. Number of substep is 50. Okay. And go for DB file. Again, select every substep. Give it OK. Go for solution control. Switch it off. OK. And go for time frequency, time and substeps. Load at the end of step is 1 and number of substeps is 50. Okay. All the data is given over here. Let's go for solution, solve, current ls. Okay. Solution is done. Once the solution is done, we go for general post-processor, nodal solution. Go with stress, 1 mesh stress. Okay. The stress will be around, the maximum stress will be around 67.143. We'll go for plot controls, capture image, save it to your hard disk. So again, if you want to look at the degrees of freedom, go for degrees of freedom, displacement vector sum. Okay. You can also note down the displacement, it is 2.519 mm. So this completes the problem on FE analysis of adhesive bonded joints. Thank you. We will continue with the next problem.